Hello ladybugs, good morning. I'm back now for what is hopefully the last part of the mini box, this guy here, tutorial. I'm hoping to do these in one go, but if I don't, well then, if it goes on too long, I'll have to do it in another one. So we are going to be doing this guy and hopefully this one too. And right, so let's get cracking on that. So I'm going to put that aside for now, and I'm going to bring this one here that I have already somewhat sort of prepared beforehand. So to make this, you are going to cut your paper 8 3/4 by 6 1/2. Then you're going to put it on your board, and you are going to score it at 1 1/4 that way, and then this one I'll show you in a moment, 1 1/4 that way. Then you're going to turn it, and it's important that you do it this way, okay, that way for the score mark, and then this is also 1 1/4 score mark. Alright, then what I do once I've done that, because not all things are equal, I fold it, I find my center, and then I put it here and I do the center score mark. Alright, so yeah, and once you've scored there, it makes this 5 7/8 from here to there, 5 7/8. Then I have already made the pocket that goes on in front of it, like so, and I use the paper. You can see what I did there. I used the Dress My Crafts to make this bit and glue it on the back. Now this pocket, all things being equal, is 5 inches by 3 1/2 inches, and then this part for the punch I cut by 1 1/2 inches, and then I measured to make sure it fits nicely into here. Now before I make my little thing there, this is what I do, because sometimes we cut things a little bit differently, you never know. So I'm going to make a mark right here, and then I'm going to cut on my cutter from there to that point. Let me use my Cricut one. Okay, so just line it up, and with other, more or less, again, it's not an exact science. Let's do that, and you can always cut it deeper if you want, and that should do it. It's off there. Let me just, like so. And you know what, I'm going to cut it a little bit deeper. So if you're not happy, just angle it a little bit more and cut, and I think that should be fine. Now you can glue it in place, and to do that we want this one to fold on the back, so you're going to cut it. You can also cut it at a, wait, I'm going to cut it straight. Let's do this. Cut this piece off, this makes a great floating pocket or stick-on pocket for journals. And then of course I'm going to cut and even angle this, but I want to make it straight like the other one. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. There we go. Then I'm just going to fold it, because this is a floating pocket, so you are going to see the back of it. So I'm going to try and make it as neat as possible. Line up those two edges and do like so. See? Then I've already folded them. I am going to do like so, and like so for my little pocket. And I think I am going to, I'm just going to pull it in a little bit more to make it snug. I don't know why it came like that, but it's, yeah, I just want to make it snug. I suppose I could use just a little bit more there. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. You see, you can cut things perfectly to the perfect measurements and you still have to make adjustments. So I'm just going to fold that in. Right, to glue it down. Or tape. Oh, I didn't. No, wait a minute. Hang on a sec. I fold this in because I want room. No, I did that wrong. So just wipe off the glue. I didn't, yeah, that's right. Because I want to make the pocket a bit roomy, right? So I actually do this. Not the other way around. Because then you can also put in an extra tag in it if you want. There we go. That's how it should be. Just press down. Can fold that up. There we go. And there's your pocket. Look at that. Nothing wrong with that. Now, as you see, I've already done this. I'm just going to stick it on. Tape or glue, whatever your preference is. And this is a full pocket, not a lazy one. Put that on there. Right. Looking lovely. I don't think I'm going to put lace on here. I think I'm just going to leave it plain. Because, you know, I put lace on there, but I just don't think this one needs it. And just make sure it's well glued down. And then sometimes with these pockets I go in as well. Yes, let's make sure, and one more time on the outside. There we go. And now for this, I've just made 2 tags. I quickly collaged them together. You can also cut out tags as I did all for this one. This is part of the cutout collection on these papers. And this is embossed, so you can emboss it as well if you want. I didn't emboss this one because I thought the gold writing was enough. And then I made these 2 tags, just again using bits and pieces of paper. You know, I've got a little stack here, so I used them to just put these together. And this is a sticker from my stash. So these 2 will go in here. Here we go. See that? I might even put one of these here. Okay, moving on to this journaling card. So this one, I used the paper from the collection rather than cardstock. I mean, I had it, so I must use it, right? And I've already zigzagged the edges there. And this one is cut 3.5 by 5.5. Okay, and this you're not going to emboss because hopefully you're going to write on it. And I'm just going to rub this out. So you got that? You got those measurements? 3.5 by 5.5, and that should fit in. You can always test it as well before you zigzag it. Yeah, it fits perfectly in there. So just just take that out now. As you can see, I did a little bit of collage underneath. So I've got some dictionary paper here. I'm just going to tear it up. Yeah, I think that's fine. Just cut, or rather tear. And you can do this any way you want. You can do your own collage. I've just gathered a few different things. So you can put anything you want underneath the netting. It's taken me the whole week to do these tutorials in between rehab and physiotherapy. And then I have stuff from my stash. So I think this is so pretty. So I want you down there, and I thought maybe there. How about? Yep, I think that's fine. I'm not going to get too fussy on this. Otherwise, we might be here all day. So whatever, this is a good way on this little card to use up your bits and pieces. It's a beautiful sunny day outside today. I'm hoping to go for a swim if the water is not too cold. We have a small splash pool, and I've taken to running in the water because I can no longer, because of my back and stuff, I can no longer, you know, go street running or cycling anymore, which I really, really miss. Oh dear, I should have stuck this guy down first. But hey, we make a plan. How's that? I think that's looking very pretty, and just this guy there will be fine. It's a faux stamp. I don't even think I need this. No, I don't think I need that sticker. And then I was gonna, and I thought, why not? I'm going to do it. Yes, I like it. Put a sentiment there. Yeah. Kindness is contagious. And we do need to be more kind and compassionate in life. And no, I'm not about to lecture you. Who am I to? And then I've cut out this piece of lace. Look at that. Just so pretty. That is going to go on top. And for this, I'm just going to use my glue gun. Look at that. Oh, I am going to get one of those portable glue guns. I think they're less messy than this guy. Or maybe it's just me that makes a mess. I don't know. Let's put that. Oh, now the glue is just pouring out far too much. Yes, and this guy is a very old glue gun. I think it's seen better days. Look at that. And so you just get like a small peek-throughs of the color there. Now I have already cut out some of these flowers and stuff. They're right here. And for these I used this little heart punch. It doesn't even have a make on it. Oh, there we go, Fiskars. This is a Fiskars heart punch. And then I have this uppy kit or uppy kit. Little flowers that I cut out. And of course I also used my butterfly, and this is a Fiskars as well. So now I'm just going to put some random butterflies. Oh yes, let me show this to you first. I said I would show you how to do a ruffle, you know, without sewing. And I'm just going to use white on white. So all you do, cut a piece of material and just gather it as the glue is drying. And if you don't do it right, you can easily lift it off and do it again. See that? Little ruffle, lift and press, basically. Just press along. Like I say, if it doesn't come out quite right, just lift it and make your own little ruffle there. How easy is that? And just do it around the corner like so. Hey, the glue is just pouring out of this thing. And lift. White on white is also always nice. I don't think I need to add much more. So just cut a longish piece, because remember this is going to go inside, so the ruffle is long enough. And I'm just going to cut it off there. And there's your little white ruffle. Let's get rid of this. Now we can start adding, I mean, I'm going to put hearts on here. Why not? And you can also use, oh, spider's web, if you want, you know, or you can use normal glue as well. It's absolutely fine. Just randomly. Let's put a flower. And there. How pretty is that looking already? I think I'm going to do a butterfly. You don't have to use a glue gun for this. You know, I'm just doing it because it's quick. Where's another butterfly? Random. And let's put this one. So cute. I think I'm going to put, okay, in the middle of my flower there. It's just peeking through the, and I would like a flower down here. It's looking very pretty. I think I want, yeah, just one more flower here. And there. And you can put little rhinestones on it if you want. I think I'm going to leave this one plain. And then what I did again, you don't have to do this if you don't want the glitterati. I use my diamond stickles and I just added a bit. Yeah, and I'm going to add some on the white. Look at that. I think that looks pretty. Yeah? And you can just put it wherever you want. I suppose you can even make a little dot there if you wanted to. with the stickles and let it dry. There we go. I wonder if I need another one there. I also let me put it on my little butterflies. Just a little bit. Actually, I don't want to put it on that one, but it's this one I meant. And there, obviously I have to let this dry now. But there is your little tag, journaling tag, that can go inside there. So let's put that aside for now to let it dry. And I'm just going to put that back, and there is a simple little pocket. Of course, if you want to add your beading and stuff like I have on this one, then you just need a little piece of lace and some flat back pearls there. So see, I'm going to keep this little piece. Oh, that's me. Oh, I even had a sticker here, but I didn't land up using it. Right, let's move on quickly now to this guy. And I hope I've got everything done. So this one I used on the stamp area. So it goes like that. Just to show you quickly, it opens up, and I use the pen. I think I prefer just one line going down the center instead of those two. And then I have like a belly band with the fairy there and a mat. Okay, now I wanted to show you quickly before I start on that how I did, because if you're using this collection, then I'm just going to show you how I did the little gathering there. Now I used again stickles on here, pink and gold, and this guy. So this one is patina, and then I used the fruit punch to do all the glitter on here. Okay, so you want to do that like first if you're using this collection and cut it out. Then I cut a piece of tulle, and I sort of measured more or less where the waist is. Okay, and yeah, now what I do is I just fold this piece under. Don't have to, it's not a, you know, just a thing. And once again, using the ruffle, the glue gun, I made a bit of a ruffle. So let's just stick it down to begin with. Yeah, see? Sort of where the waist is. And you just gather it in and gather it in until you make a nice skirt. Nice little skirt here. Gather it in, and then when you think you've got enough, which I think I have, look how pretty that is. I'm just going to cut it, because I'm going to cut it about here. And I'm going to press it, fold it in slightly. Can you see that? And there's my little skirt. So a dot of glue. There we go. I think I've made her waist a bit wide. But it's, so I'm going to just cut the end here. And once again, do like so. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. I could have gathered her waist in a little bit more, but I'm not going to fuss over it now. Because I've made it look very wide. I don't know. Okay, it didn't come out as nice as this one. But all I did, I gathered it in a little bit to give her a small waist and put a bit more lace on top to cover the ends. I'm probably going to rip that off and do it again. But I think you got the picture, huh? And then once again, even on the skirt, I use my stickles just to brighten it up a bit more. So that's just to show you how I did this one. But because we're using a different design, I'm just going to make a belly band. Once again, I've cut everything out to try and speed things up. So, okay, we will come to that in a moment. Here it is. This is what I'm looking for. I used a piece of white cardstock for this, and it's a little bit out there. I don't know why that is. I'm just going to straighten it. Right, just to trim it so it, you know. Then, oh, I didn't put the measurements on here. What am I? Okay, so this card measures, you're going to cut your piece of cardstock. It is 12 by 12 and 5 7/8. So it's 5 7/8, and this is from a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock. So we are going to have to cut this down a little bit too. No, it's actually fitting in there perfectly, so that's fine. Right, looking so pretty. It's coming along. We're almost done. And where's this one? I need this one to copy what I did there. So I cut this piece from one of the bits and pieces of paper, and this measures 7 3/4 by 3.5. 7 3/4 by 3.5, and then I've used my punch to do my border, and I'm gonna chop this off here, and I'm gonna chop this off here, and of course I'm going to do my little slanty thing there. Right, and I've given you the measurements, but do measure your own, you know, eyeballing measurements like I do, just to make sure everything fits nicely here. All right, and then I have cut out the part that goes there, and that is 3 3/4 by 2 inches. Then I just cut another piece of paper to go on top. So I'll quickly take this off. This one I used the tape this time. And then I'm going to sort of place it before I glue this down. Okay. Right on the edges. And you just glue it down. I have already made a tag, very simple tag from the paper, and that just goes in there. Now we're ready to glue this down. Like so. And like so. And it is ready to glue right on the edge there. Just make sure. Yep, that's perfect, or as perfect as I can get it. Now this has a beautiful picture of the unicorn on it. So just to be a little bit different, I had this in my stash. I just sort of cut it down. I think it needs to be cut down just a little bit more. I'm going to make a little pocket there, because I just felt it needed something. And I'm going to take it down a little bit more here. And this is just a simple pocket. And we will... Otherwise it's quite plain. Although I suppose you could also use that space if you wanted to for photographs. Little photographs there. But I'm making a pocket. There we go. And I think this will serve perfectly. You can even leave it straight like that. Oopsie. Almost as a bookmark, I suppose. But I'm not going to do that. I am very quickly, I'm just going to do a simple bookmark. Where's my, yeah, they are. Because I've used them throughout, so I might as well. I think that's fine, and now I can make my little hole. And there you have another tag. You can also collage this if you want. So it's slightly different there. Then we have, where is it? Is it this one? I think so. Yes, that is for that. So this piece you are going to cut 6 inches by 5 5/8. Although I also do eyeball it, which I'm going to do right now to make sure it's the right size. So always double check, you know what I do. We cut differently and sometimes a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. You see, I think I need to cut that down a little bit there. Yeah. Now it's 5 5/8. Yeah, it's fine. It's just the... There we go. That should fit in nicely. And I have cut out my little and stamped them to go on here. Where do you belong? So these, again, I'm going to double check them. I have cut them 2 5/8 by 2 3/4. And let's just double check they all fit in here. And they do, just. So we can quickly glue this down. A little bit in. That should be fine. Let's do this one. For 4 little photographs there. Bring it in. And then this one. Like so. Glue it all down. And there you have that. And then you need a piece for the back because it's not double-sided. If you're using double-sided paper, I just have to cut this a little bit. I'm eyeballing it again. So if you're using double-sided paper, you don't need to cut, obviously, another piece to go here because, you know, it'll be pretty anyway. So here you can put 2 photographs, make a montage, whatever. And keep it on your coffee table. You can match the color to your lounge. Or wherever you're going to put it. Mine is going probably in my spare bedroom because it's pink. Oh, I could also put it in my lounge on a coffee table. Look at that. So now we have the little doofy photo mat that goes in there. So easy, so pretty. Now make sure you are turning it the right way. Okay, now on this one I did put a bit of lace here, and I used a sentiment and a little flower, and of course the stickles. But I don't need to do that because this is also, I think, fancy enough. And now turn it the right way. And then this is the one that has the little belly band here. So I am going to use this as my belly band. It's just again a piece left over. I'm loving this paper. It's quite a thick one. This happens to be, I haven't even trimmed it down. I'm just going to use it as is. That way I'm not wasting any paper. This is actually 3 1/4, this belly band. And I'm not going to put it in the middle. I'm just going to leave it slightly to the side. Not every belly band has to be in the middle of the page. And again, can also leave it plain, you know, just because I think this paper just speaks for itself. And then I was trying to decide whether or not to use white or the pink. I'm going to just cut it both, and I'll see which one I like best. So once again, I'm eyeballing just a piece left over. I think I need to cut it a little bit more. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. And then I'm going to cut it here. And use my punch. And that'll do. Cut off those ends. And put that in there. It's still just that little bit tight, you know. I like things to slide in without fighting with it. So I'm going to take just a little bit more. Yes, isn't that better? So you're not fighting with it. And I've got a finger mark on there. But I think that pink looks better than the white. Now I'm just fussing. I'm just fussing because you know what? We are at the end, finally, of the tutorial. The white also looks nice, guys. I don't think I can fit 2 in here because, you know, once you put the photographs on, it'll be too tight. So if you want to put 2 in here, then you will have to make flaps. But the white is also very nice. You know, and you can, I've just got this piece handy here. Also, cover that if you want. Let's just do this one. Because even if I don't use it here, you know, I'll use it somewhere else. But I think I am just going to leave it plain. I don't think it needs more. Sometimes if you do too much, it just detracts from the paper itself. And since I love this paper, but what I am going to do, yeah, that's pretty too, hey? 2 won't fit in here unless you make that flap Okay, so you can do that as well. Make a flap to take the two, because you know what, the pink and the white actually look very pretty, but I will not be able to fit photographs, but I'm going to leave it there for now. And then I just feel maybe just a little bit, what can we do here? Oh, you know, I just like it the way it is. What if we, I've got this little piece left over, and I want to sort of bring this out, or flatten it, and maybe another sentiment. I did have another sentiment ready, it's disappeared. Ah, here it is. Why not? Just something very simple here. Yeah, I like that. Yep. Oh no, look, did you see what I did there? Great big blob of glue. Kick myself. Let's take it off while it's still wet before it dries, and then it kind of comes off. And then my little flower that I have squashed down, I might have to re-glue these pearls in here because they are a bit loose. Look at that, simple. Simple, simple, simple. So now I have an extra little, I suppose you can even go in there. So there we have it. Ah, we are done. Phew, says me wiping my brow. And now we have, oh, this is not quite dry yet. So I'm not going to stick that inside it. And you can also, if you want, put a flower on here. You could even put a little, I like that heart. Let's put that heart there. Maybe you want to do something extra there. Ugh. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Oh man, why are you getting stuck? Ugh, go away. Yeah, why not? And we are finished with our box. So I'm just we're gonna pretend this is in there. And then this one goes in there, and it should have enough room to bulk out with the photographs. You're probably wondering what I'm going to do with the lid. I think I'm just going to leave it plain, or maybe I will put some flowers. This unfortunately is too big. I also have this. Yeah, but I'm going to leave that out because I have done, as I said before, I have done the tutorial on how I put this together. So you can go and have a look how I did that. I've just put this in front to cover the acetate. Okay, so these actually go in my box, but anyway, yeah, so that is the tutorial for the mini album box set, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know, and I will see you again soon for more tutorials. Ciao now.